everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today I am going to do a little bit of a book review type of video. These are all the books that I have read since the previous book recommendation. So some of them I read quite a while ago because I think I made the first book recommendation video in 2017, 18, I don't even know. But I'm going to share with you the books that I have read and what I think about them and if I actually recommend them. So if you want new inspiration on what to read next, then keep on watching. I'm going to start with two of the books that I said that I wanted to read in the previous video. And the first one is The People at Number 9. This is by Felicity Everett. And this was such a twisted story about friendship and kind of keeping up with the Joneses kind of vibes. It was about two couples and both of them had kids, and I feel like the main characters had to keep themselves in check because the things they did to keep up with their friends was just a little bit bizarre. But anyway, so yeah, I really enjoyed this book. It was a really nice read from what I can remember because this was quite a while ago that I've read this, but I really enjoyed the book and I do recommend it. Then the next one is Falling by Julie Cohen. Now I think I put this in one of my favorites videos. Of all the books that I'm going to show you today, this is definitely one of my favorites and I do recommend it. It actually addresses like online bullying, and it's about three women, three different generations, and everyone has a secret. It also addresses the, I don't want to mess this up now, LGBTQ. Is that right? I think the community kind of in a way because of one of the main characters. But I really enjoyed this book and it was really gripping until the last two chapters. I was like sitting on the edge of my seat. I screamed out loud and I cried in this book. This was the first book ever that I've read that I actually shed a tear. So it was really good and so good, and I recommend it. This is Eyes Like Mine and it's by Sheena Kamal. This is more like a suspense thriller kind of book, a little bit more darker and deeper. I'm just going to read the back of this book, just a little snippet. It's late, the phone rings, the man on the other end says his daughter is missing. Your daughter. The baby you gave away over 15 years ago. What do you do? So yeah, it's more of a darker, deeper read, and there's a lot of action in this book as well towards the end. But if you're into that kind of stuff, then give it a go. In the previous video I shared a Carrie Hope Fletcher book and I enjoyed it so much, and it's still something that like plays on my mind at times. So I really wanted to read another book by her, and this one is When the Curtain Falls. The real drama begins, it says. This one was kind of set in the modern times, and then it says 1952. Throughout the book it plays the two kind of scenarios. There were some strange things going on in this book. A lot of kind of supernatural stuff going on. Not what I was expecting. Another good written story by Carrie Hope Fletcher, but I actually enjoyed the previous one. The previous one was All She Can See. But yeah, I also enjoyed this book, but I prefer the other one more than this. Can I say that? I feel so guilty saying not negative things, but yeah, because the effort it takes to write a book is just insane. Next book by Lucy Diamond, On a Beautiful Day. I also read a Lucy Diamond book and shared it with you in the previous video. And once again, I think I have actually discovered a favorite author, because I love Lucy Diamond books now. Like, I would recommend her books so much. It's just like nice heartwarming stories that you want to cozy up on the couch with a blanket and a cup of hot chocolate or coffee, and oh, I just get all of the cozy feels from her books. So I definitely do recommend this one. This one I read more recently. It's about 4 friends, and they sat outside of a coffee shop, and there was a crash, like a car crash, quite close to the scene where they were sitting for a birthday meal. And it's just about how that experience affected all of the women in the book. There were really sad, kind of sad moments in the book, but it's not too intense. Like, it's like a drama, romance, family kind of heartwarming story, and I really enjoyed it so much. Last 2 books. I'm going to save the best for last. Second last book, The Summer of Impossible Things by Rowan Coleman. When I started reading, first of all, the cover drew me in because I love trees, so I'm a sucker for covers like this. And yeah, I didn't know what to expect from this book. I started reading it and I was like, is this woman, is she suffering from epilepsy, or is she schizophrenic, or what is going on? I'm not sure what is going on in this book. And then I realized it's all about time traveling. I really didn't think I was going to enjoy this book. Halfway through I was like, oh my gosh, is this the kind of book I want to read? Because then it jumps to the present and then we're back again. But oh my word, I loved it. And the last sentence of this book, I think it's the last sentence. Yeah. The last sentence of the book, I was like, what? And my mind just started spinning. I was like, what? It was another like magical kind of read, and I recommend it if you like kind of fantasy, time traveling. It's not a fantasy, but like that kind of mysterious kind of vibes. I recommend this book. And last but definitely not least, this book, oh my goodness, I've heard so much about this book before I read it. Eleanor Oliphant is Completely Fine. It's by Gail Honeyman. I saw this book and I was like, oh my word, I've heard so much about this book, so many YouTubers talking about this book. Maybe I should just bite the bullet, pay a little bit more for a book and enjoy the story. And oh my goodness, I'm so happy I bought this book. I enjoyed it so much that I actually gave it to my mom to read, and she enjoyed it just as much as I did. So I recommend this. If I have to recommend one book out of the whole lot that I showed today, then this is the one. It says it sold over 2 million copies and was book of the year. This is the author's first and ever book that she's ever written. So Gail Honeyman, bring out some more books, because this was brilliant. I'm going to choose my top 3 books out of this pile. Falling by Julie Cohn, then Lucy Diamond, On a Beautiful Day, and Eleanor Oliphant is Completely Fine. These are my top 3 recommendations to you. Let me know in the comments if there are any books that you would recommend that's like a must read for you. Thank you for watching this video. I hope it was helpful and useful, and I will see you very soon in my next video. Bye bye.